Was like, wait, what? Hey everyone, thanks for coming to my channel. If you're new, hope you subscribe, hope you love it, and I hope you stay. If you're not, thanks for coming back. I enjoy you so much. I appreciate you. It may not seem like it. I'm trying to get out of my shyness. That's why I got a YouTube channel. But anyways, thank you so much, because I never really say it, but I do appreciate you. Well, today I wanted to, do another video on lupus. And because I haven't done one, I've been focusing on food because I do want to promote veganism a lot, or vegetarianism, or just eating less meat in general, because when I tell you it had improved my health so much, not eating meat, I mean, it just really helped it all around, from making my hair grow, less side effects from medication. List goes on, and what I really wanted to, promote is, the food through it, because I do enjoy cooking and I do enjoy food like a lot of people, I guess. But yeah, but anyways, this video is on foods to avoid with lupus. And when I say that, I'm not saying, oh, just lupus in general, but I do have lupus, so this is stuff I have learned over time, and also stuff I have researched. So I will put a link in the description box of where I did get some of my information from. I do want to say that it does pertain to anybody with an autoimmune disease, so I'm not trying to single some out, and any type of disease in that sort that deals with the immune system. Sorry, I don't know if you could hear that. That's the little air freshener thing. Yeah, so I want to start with saying it's a diet, or saying that you're restricting yourself. This does not mean you have to change your life. It does not mean you have to change your lifestyle. Majority of people do. When you eat healthier, you're happier. And a lot of people may not seem like, because they're like, oh, I'm already happy. But eating better does not make you feel like your life is about to be a drag, something that's happening to you. Take it as, this is what's going to happen. This is what I have to deal with. Allow yourself the opportunity to have a good attitude about it, because most health in general has to do with your attitude towards things. And and if you have a bad attitude towards it, it's going to make it worse in general. Sorry, had to take my dog Princess out to the restroom, so I had to stop real quick. But yeah, so one of the things I do want to start with is nightshades. Yes, nightshades, which is a nightshade vegetable. These vegetables I will list in the description box, but look, she just wants to be in the mix. She just gotta be in the mix. These vegetables are solanacea. I think that's how you pronounce it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they are believed to trigger inflammation. Now, this is a disclaimer. This has not been proven by no one. I eat these foods. I have no problems, but these are foods that may hurt or help others. So, but that's not something that's been proven by doctors or anything. It's almost like a myth, but it's not, because some people have dealt with this. So, yeah. Right. Number 2 would be processed foods. This is bad for anybody, so of course it's going to be bad for somebody with an immune disease, or immune disorder, or immune malfunction, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be bad for them. So that means canned foods, boxed foods, anything that has more than 17 ingredients, more than 10 ingredients, for the most part. I mean, but that comes in a can or a box, that's just unhealthy. I'm one of those people, like, if you don't know what they make, and don't talk about my food unless you know specifically what is going on, what is in there. I mean, at this point in life, of course you can question vegetables, you can question anything, but at the same time, when you look at the package, there's no package for a vegetable unless you buy it in a package. It is right there, a tomato. It's a tomato. There's no ingredients in it. It's just a tomato. Of course, if you get it organic, of course there's none. But at the end of the day, everything's based off of faith, of whatever grocery store you go to, so it's best to go to a better grocery store. But in general, processed foods, refined foods, just not good for anybody. So they're really bad for anybody with an autoimmune disease. Okay, number 3. This is one I just found out on my own, and I was like, wait, what? You know, I did know one of these, which is garlic, but the other, alfalfa sprout, I did not know that. I look at alfalfa sprout every time I go to Whole Foods, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna try that, but I don't know, maybe God was like telling me self-consciously, like, no, not to get that, and that's why I never got it. But in general, no, these are not good for you. They both contain 2 ingredients in them, which is allicin and ion, and disulfonate. So 3 ingredients, I apologize. They rev up the white cells in the body, which when you have an autoimmune disease, that is not something you want to happen. Of course, with lupus as well, you know, which can cause your lupus to go out of remission if you're in remission, or anything else bad like that. It's just not good for the white blood cells, so avoiding those. Okay, mind you, I do eat garlic, not a lot. I do limit it, or I do reduce the amounts, because garlic in general and alfalfa sprouts are not good for me. I'm not going to risk my life. Next would say alcohol. Of course, I mean, alcohol is not that good for anybody. Of course, they say, you know, a glass of red wine, you know, but at the same time, alcohol is just not good, and consuming a lot. All right, so apparently everybody wants to call me while I'm doing this video, because somebody, well, I'm not gonna say during this video, but somebody, I just did another video and somebody called during that video, and the princess had to pee, so it was just a lot going on. But yeah, anyways, alcohol, very sugary, empty calories right there, cause obesity, cause diabetes, cause heart disease, cause all these problems that you don't really need when you already have an autoimmune disease. Especially with lupus, you know, lupus can, you know, once you're in remission, you still have difficulties with lupus. Like, I still have a little minor flare-ups depending on how my life is stressing me out. Although they're not bad enough to get me out of remission, they still affect some of the things I do, which is like my tiredness or anything. So this princess just wants to be in the mix. I'm sorry, like, princess just be doing the most. Okay, next, red meat. This is for people that eat meat. I am vegan. I do not eat meat, but if you do eat meat, red meat causes inflammation. Causes inflammation in the body. For anybody that has no illness. So when you have an illness, it's going to be worse. Anything that somebody is bad for somebody that already doesn't have anything, it's going to be bad for somebody that does have something. And that's not even just illnesses, you know, anything. So when it comes to the body, red meat has a higher lead in heart disease. It's just high in fat in general. Sorry, I want to make sure I'm telling you specific information, so I'm looking down at my notes to make sure I'm telling you specifically some of these things, because a lot of these things I do know offhand, but I just want to, because I did use a source, I want to make sure I'm giving you facts. Okay, and then also, of course, everything will be listed in the description of what's considered red meat, because a lot of people consist pork as white meat. No, it's a red meat. Do not go with the, oh, it's the other, you know, white meat. No, it's red meat, sweetie. If you eat it, it's considered red meat. You know, you go to a restaurant, they're going to consider it red meat. Some people that don't know, they will consider it white meat, and that irked me when I was used to eat meat. But yeah, anyways. Next, salt. Don't do it. I loved salt before I got lupus. Then, thank God, I got lupus when I was a child, because my mom controlled that. Now I've been on low sodium diet, even with remission or without remission. I continue to do low sodium. My taste buds can't even deal with that much salt. Like, even if you go look at my other video, you'll see I did a taste test on one of the vegan nacho cheese chips, and they were super salty to me. So most likely I'm probably not gonna eat them. I'll probably give them to somebody. But yeah, so just low salt is just good for anybody. You know, sodium is just not good for you. Even like Himalayan salt, too much of it is bad, you know. I do use pink Himalayan salt instead of regular sea salt, regular, you know, black salt, all that. I guess black salt's not regular. I do use that. And like Himalayan salt, too much of it is bad, you know. I do use pink Himalayan salt instead of regular sea salt, regular, you know, black salt, all that. I guess black salt's not regular. I do use that though. But and you can do this by, you know, going to a restaurant and just asking for less salt. Or asking for no salt on your fries, or when you're seasoning your meats or your vegetables or whatever you're doing, and you know you just don't have to add that much salt. They do have substitutes like Mrs. Dash, and they have a salt substitute. I'm telling you guys this because it's there, but that is the nastiest thing ever. I'd rather just eat my vegetable or whatever bland. Like, that thing is horrible. Like, ugh. Okay, now that I've told you a couple of foods to avoid, I want to let you know with lupus, there's a couple of things that you need to have consistency of, which is calcium and vitamin D. A lot of meds that you have, meds for lupus can cause bone deterioration or weakness in the bones, which can cause osteoporosis, which is not good. So to prevent this, you know, ask your doctor if he's checking your calcium level. Also, check your vitamin D, because these are foods you can eat, foods that are rich in those. I will list them in the description box, but I'll list a few in the description box. But if you are so low and that your body is like absorbing it and it's not taking it in, health wise, you may need to take supplements. You may have to ask your doctor about taking calcium supplements or vitamin D supplements. One thing I do know, most supplements are not vegan, so they do have vegan options for supplements. I do not take supplements because my body does not need them like that. Sometimes if I do get ill or anything, I do get low on magnesium, but for sure, two things you do need are calcium and vitamin D. And you can get calcium from soybeans, soy milk, navy beans, spinach, almonds, broccoli, some cereals, oranges, you know, soy pudding. And then, you know, I'll list them in the description box, and I'll list some non-vegan ones in the description box as well. So I hope this was very helpful to a lot of people. Please share this, because there's a lot of people out there with lupus, and there's a lot of people out there with illnesses that they may not know. Certain foods may be harmful and may be causing triggers in their bodies that they are unaware of. So please share this video, thumbs it up if you want to have more lupus videos or more videos on health in general. Disclaimer, I am not a doctor. Yes, I am a pre-med student, but I am not a doctor yet, so I can't wait to come out here and be like, yes, I am a doctor, but I am not at the moment. So please do not take this as you have to follow this, because mind you, I do eat some of these foods still, or I do eat salt, I do eat garlic. You know, these are not foods I've cut out completely, but everything has to be in moderation. Too much of anything is bad for you. But yeah, so let me know. Thank you for watching. Bye.